The 80s were a crazy time. Leg warmers, spandex, Doc Martens, and big ol' hairdos. It was an era full of larger-than-life personalities.
I hate your guts!
But in the background of all this weird stuff, tension was at an all-time high between the United States and the USSR. This tension was known as the Cold War, though it wasn't really a war, at least not in the traditional sense. There weren't any large-scale battles. It was fought more with espionage, propaganda, and psychological warfare. There's a lot of secrecy and mystery surrounding the Cold War and what actually went on behind the scenes. That makes it a good backdrop for crafting a narrative, which brings us to the point of this video. Call of Duty, Black Ops, Cold War. Wow, Activision, if you're listening, I just want to say that no game needs 2 subtitles. That's just absurd. I get it. Black Ops makes money, so you want to be all Black Ops this, Black Ops that, Black Ops over there. I don't care. Just call it Call of Duty Cold War, and let it be its own thing. Thanks for coming to my TED Talk. Anyway, let's talk about Cold War, specifically the campaign. I don't really care about zombies, and I don't have much free time lately, so I haven't touched the multiplayer. Cold War is set in the early 80s at the height of the Cold War. The story, which was written by David S. Goyer, follows CIA operative Russell Adler as he tries to thwart a Soviet extremist group that's led by the elusive Perseus. Adler's team is made up of some classic Black Ops characters such as Mason, Woods, and Hudson, as well as newcomers Park, Sims, and Lazar. I just want to say right now that the characters in Cold War are well written. They're interesting, and I actually like them. I haven't liked or cared about the main characters in Call of Duty in a long time, so I was pleasantly surprised. Unlike previous games in the franchise, players create their own character. You can choose your skin color, your nationality, your gender, and which intelligence agency you come from, like MI6 or the KGB. You do also get the option of picking personality traits which have effects on gameplay, like extra ammo, faster movement, and even reducing the visual flinch when you take damage.
I'm ready for you.
The character creation is a nice touch and adds to replayability. It doesn't hugely impact the game or the overall narrative, though some lines can change to reflect the character you've chosen.
Your MI6 experience helped our team back in Nam. I'm counting on it once again.
Further adding to replayability, some conversations let you choose what you want to say. Yeah, dialogue trees like in RPGs. Again, not hugely impactful and mostly just for added flavor, but it's nice to see something different, and a few of the dialogue options can provide some items or benefits that can come in handy later on. From the dimly lit streets of Amsterdam to the war-torn battlefields of Vietnam to the icy cliffs of Mount Yamantau, Cold War takes you to a lot of exciting places. The game features 9 main missions and 2 side missions. In order to complete these side missions, the player will need to hunt for pieces of evidence throughout the campaign. Once you have enough evidence, you use it to figure out the solutions to puzzles. Yes, puzzles in Call of Duty. By solving those puzzles, you gain intel that makes it possible for you to complete the side missions. But be aware, you can in fact complete these missions incorrectly, which will have an effect on the ending that you get. Yeah, Cold War does have multiple endings, and they are vastly different.
Hey, pork chopper.
Hi?
What has 4 sides and wards off danger?
Listen, buddy, it's 2 a.m. I'm busy, I'm exhausted. I don't got time for your riddles.
A safe house. The answer is a safe house.
What? A safe? Oh,
Yo,
I forgot to talk about the safe house.
you sure did.
Fine. Alright, look. There's a safe house in the game. You go there between missions, you can talk to the team members, you get their backstory. There's an evidence board where you compile, well, the evidence that you find throughout the game. You complete puzzles for the side missions here, and there's another puzzle to get into like a secret area. So, yeah, safe house. Now, let's just get back to the video. Overall, I enjoyed Cold War's story. It feels fresh and interesting, and it takes some really wild turns later on. It's not without its issues. As I said earlier, the choices don't usually have much impact, if any at all, and there are some absolutely ridiculous lines of dialogue.
I'm a goddamn onion, Mason.
And I do wish it was longer. But I don't think they overly detract from what is genuinely a great campaign. Moving over to gameplay, there's not too much to talk about here. For the most part, it plays and feels like Call of Duty. You know what to expect. Smooth movement, tight gunplay and controls, lots of cool set pieces. It plays and feels great. However, Cold War does have some tricks up its sleeve. In some levels, the game really opens up and lets you proceed however you want to. I don't want to spoil those missions for you, but there are a variety of ways to go about them. Raven Software clearly approached the game design from an 80s point of view to match the setting, and it shows here. Choose Your Own Adventure books were really popular in the 80s, and older adventure games used to rely more heavily on player choice, puzzles, and secrets to find. On to presentation. Raven and Treyarch have done a good job nailing the 80s espionage aesthetic. Everything from the menus to the music to the designs of the characters really fit the era. It does look and feel like the early 80s. The guns sound as crisp and as powerful as ever. The voice acting is top notch, and it feels like a real step up for the franchise. It doesn't feel like the developers skimped on any aspect of the presentation. It's solid across the board. I think as a whole, Cold War has an excellent campaign. It could have been a bit longer, but I believe Raven and Treyarch succeeded in what they were trying to do. They've managed to break free from the typical Call of Duty structure, and that's allowed them to create something more. Yes, at the end of the day, this is still Call of Duty, but it's better. A lot better than it's been in many years. I guess you could say COD is finally peeling back the layers.
I'm a goddamn onion, Mason. Onion, 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 onion.
Alright, that about wraps it up, folks. If you liked the video, give it a thumbs up. Dislike it if not. Consider subbing to the channel if you're enjoying the content. That really helps us out. And maybe share our videos with your friends. Anyway, we're done here. Bye for now.